All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, since the 2021 NFL Draft, the writing has been on the wall that the San Francisco 49ers are looking to move on from starting quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, the Niners selected quarterback Trey Lance third overall in that draft after they traded up to get him. And after San Francisco's heartbreaking loss in the NFC Championship game this past January, you could sense even more that they were ready to move on from Jimmy G. This past off season, we saw the 49ers shop Jimmy G, but there were no takers. And after Jimmy G and the Niners agreed to a restructured deal for this season, he came back to San Francisco as Lance's backup. But in the Niners' week one loss to the Chicago Bears, the San Francisco offense was just stuck in the mud, no pun intended, because it was a soggy day at Soldiers Field against the Chicago Bears with Lance under center. And what ensued following that loss for San Francisco was some fans and media alike questioning whether or not it was time for San Francisco, to go back to Jimmy Garoppolo as their starting quarterback. But those people need not worry about those questions anymore, as earlier today against the Seattle Seahawks, Lance on a design run play was lost for the season to an ankle injury. Now, this resulted in Jimmy G coming off of the bench today, and before you knew it, San Francisco was up 20 to nothing at against the Seahawks at the intermission. The 49ers would cruise to the 27 to 7 win today, with Seattle's only touchdown coming as a result of a blocked field goal that was returned for a score. Now, San Francisco looked much crisper today on offense as they tallied 373 total yards, and their defense was able to feed off of that as they shut down the Seahawks offense. The 49ers alone on the ground had 189 yards of rushing, and that's their bread and butter. Getting back to out physicaling teams on both sides of the ball and being able to run. Now, let's make no mistake about it. Jimmy G is not going to make people forget about Steve Young or Joe Montana in the Bay Area. But right now, he is currently the best quarterback for this 49ers team. Now, San Francisco, again, they run the ball, they love to be physical, and they love to rush the passer defensively. And Jimmy G's more of a game manager. He's not going to be a guy that's going to go out there and make plays for you in those key moments. We've seen that over the years. And I feel that that's what the 49ers were hoping for in Trey Lance, but he has not been that so far. And at this point, you have to wonder if the 49ers and John Lynch whiffed on taking this young kid. And the thing is, not only did they trade up to get him, but they took him third overall. And when you miss on a pick like that, it can really set back your team. Now the Niners have the talent to make it to and win a Super Bowl. So the thing is like, can they do it with Jimmy G? Obviously, so far, no, because they've gotten close in the past, but they have been unable to get it done. But make no mistake about it, for these Niners, the return of Jimmy Garoppolo to the starting lineup changes things because I think that the defense, I think they have more confidence in Jimmy G at quarterback right now than they do with Trey Lance. And we saw this team respond to that today. There's more of a sense of order, if you will, on the offensive side of the ball as well, as the Niners were able to get back to basics. So this was a big win for the Niners, and now they're going to obviously go forward with Jimmy Garoppolo. And the one thing for Garoppolo is he no longer has to look over his shoulder and wonder if he's going to get the hook, because he knows he's going to be the guy as long as he is able to stay healthy. Because let's not forget, Jimmy G himself has had an injury history throughout his career as the 49ers starting quarterback. But make no mistake about it, it's once again his show for the 49ers here in 2022. Now, the Niners got the big win today. They're on the road next Sunday night against the Denver Broncos before they host the Los Angeles Rams in what will be a big time battle in week number 4 on Monday night. Remember, the 49ers swept the season series last year and they barely lost in the NFC Championship game, but a loss is a loss nonetheless, no matter if it's by 1 point or by 50 points. So if you're the Niners, it's once again Jimmy G or bust. Let's see how this team continues to rally around Garoppolo and go forward. The Niners were lucky that they had the insurance policy of Garoppolo on the roster, and he's got to be the guy going forward, while Trey Lance will find himself on the mend. So the quarterback controversy that people thought the questions were answered to in San Francisco are still not answered. But we do know one thing for sure: it's G's job to lose right now, as Trey Lance, unfortunately, is on the shelf. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I am signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.